Moments away, South Christian Byron Center as part of this extravaganza today. One more to follow tonight. That's Rockford and Northview. Bob Sack with all the play-by-play for you tonight for this one alongside Northview. Bob Sack with all the play-by-play for you tonight for this one alongside former Grand Valley State University head coach Rick Wesley. And Rick, I tell you what, you and I have talked all year about Taylor Johnson not shying away from scheduling tough games, and he just keeps them coming, doesn't he?
Boy, it sure seems like it. I was just home last night, less than 24 hours, listening to their game versus Unity Christian that went into overtime. So to come back to play again today, a big challenge for his club.
South Christian comes into the game with a 1-2 record, but as Rick said, it has been a challenging schedule thus far and will continue to be that way. Sailors opened the season with a loss against Grand Rapids Christian last Friday, and a thriller outlasted Holland Christian 66-64. And just last night, as Rick alluded to, in overtime, lost to Unity Christian 62-56. Time now for the starting lineups presented by the Sobey Company. First of all, for South Christian, at a guard is the 6'3 senior Caleb Plume. The other guard, of course, the All-Stater Carson Viss, 6'4 junior. The third guard is a 6'2 senior Nolan Fackler. And up front, the big fellas who will have a formidable task tonight, senior Davis Kemper, 6'8", and the senior Ike Scrotenborough at 6'7". For Byron Center, they'll start at one guard with Keen Hinkle. He is a senior, an outstanding point guard. The other guard is Landon Conrad, a 6'1 senior, fresh off a football state final appearance. On the wing is Cassius Bont, a 6'3 junior. Starting lineup is rounded out by Connor Jenks, a junior, and the big fella in the middle, Cam Carroll. Bulldogs coached by Jared Rodriguez, and South Christian, of course, by Taylor Johnson. And Rick, couple of stars tonight, Carson Viss and Cam Carroll.
No question. Two guys headed to the MAC next year. Cam Carroll going to Bowling Green, play for the Falcons, and Carson Vick going to be a Bronco down at Western Michigan. So great matchup. Another great game here early in the season here in West Michigan. Looking forward to it.
Byron Center comes in at 2-1. Their wins were against Covenant Christian and Hamilton. Their only loss was to Granville, 57-53. We are underway here in the third game of the Storm Calvin Invite. Carson Viss controls the offense against the Byron Center man-to-man defense. Topside Viss works on Cassius Bont, flips it left corner to Caleb Plume. Three ball on the way. Too strong, yanked down by Bont.
Good look there by Caleb Plume. Big key, him hitting some threes.
Out of the gate comes Landon Conrad with a left wing three that's short. Quickly back the other way. Sailors race it down. Plume in the left corner. Leaves for Davis Kemper, who had 18 last night against Unity Christian. For Carson Viss, averaging over 20 a game, including his 23 last night. Works on Bont. Fall away jumper from the left side, no, and yanked down by the big fella, Cam Carroll. All the way to the hole. He draws contact, no foul though. His runner rims out. Viss on the rebound, guns it ahead to Fackler, out of bounds, and it is Byron Center basketball.
Both teams pretty excited here to start the game. A little out of control both ways. They'll settle in here in a bit.
Again, South Christian fresh off a 62-56 overtime loss last night in a thriller at Unity Christian. It's an incredible atmosphere, packed house out in Hudsonville. Byron Center goes to work on the offensive end. Knifing through the lane is Hinkle. Kicks it to Bont, back to Conrad, and now Cassius Bont will set it up between the circles. Flips it right wing for a three ball from Hinkle. No, but Conrad's right there for the putback. He left it short. Takes it away from Davis Kemper and drops it in off the glass. Good work by Landon Conrad underneath for the game's first points.
Kemper brought that ball down. The rebound, little guy was able to get his hands in there and snatch it away.
It's underway, 2-0 Bulldogs. Scrotenborough at the free throw line. Guns the left side to Viss. He'll probe the right side, stops at the elbow, gives to Fackler and a handoff. Slices down the lane, bounce pass to Kemper. Couldn't hit the bunny, but was fouled on the way up by Conrad, and that'll send Davis Kemper to the free throw line.
Would have liked to have seen him get that one up in there. South Christian's got two big guys, kind of versus Byron Center with just the one big guy. It'll be interesting to see if they can find an advantage there on the inside.
Kemper, really a well-rounded offensive game as he hits the first free throw. Can score really at two levels, at the basket and from three.
He's a big key, not only tonight, but I think the entire season. He's a very talented, big guy who can handle the ball, shoot the three, and the more he can continue to develop his game in and around the bucket, tougher matchup he's going to be.
Kemper got them both. First substitution of the game as we're tied 2-2. J.J. Moderman checks in. All the way to the hole on a good take is Jenks. Couldn't get it to go with the left hand. Ploon motors the other way. Left corner to Moderman. Top side, Kemper gets a step on Conrad to the hole, but Carroll rejected the layup. And then is fouled on a tough call on Davis Kemper.
Tough call. Probably was a foul there, but, to the referee's credit, you don't see two big guys like this going against each other. So, there's going to be some context and some plays that are a little bit unusual for a typical game. They'll get used to it just like the players settle in.
Connor Jenks, top side to Carroll. He'll drive. Turned away by Kemper. Leaves it for Bont. Little two-man pick and roll. Bont tried to find Carroll underneath. Threw it over his head and out of bounds. Incomplete. Ball to the Sailors.
Well, there's some big guys out here in this game with Davis Kemper and Carroll, and now young Moderman in there. Some really tall, lanky guys.
You've got some familiarity with Moderman.
Sure do.
Son of Joe Moderman. Ploon off the curl screen. Couldn't get the three-pointer to go, and then over the top is Fackler with a foul out of bounds to Byron Center with 5:13 to go, tied at 2.
Young J.J. Moderman recruited his dad many moons ago, early 90s, came played for me at Iowa State, and then later transferred back to Grand Valley, was an All-American at Grand Valley, and then was on my staff there for about 7 years, so no J.J. since he was a baby. So definitely making me feel a little bit older, but it's been fun watching him grow up.
South Christian in a man-to-man as Connor Jenks sets up the offense for Byron Center. Cam Carroll, top of the key. He'll draw Davis Kemper way out high on that defensive stop. The Bond gets a step on his defender. Into the game now, that's Owen Burgess. And Bond will go to the free throw line.
Bond's a very aggressive player here early in the game. Good, strong body. Has been aggressive on defense, guarding Carson Viss, and there just put his head down and just bullied his way to the bucket.
Bond hits the first. Sailors now with Austin Burgess also in the game, along with Owen Burgess. Moderman and Kemper up front. Caleb Ploon on the wing. Just underway. 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Unity Christian just knocked off Catholic Central in overtime. How about that, Rick? 2 straight nights. Unity Christian goes to extra session, gets it done both nights.
Told Coach Susman he's living right. Told him to take tomorrow off. He's earned it after this weekend.
Sailors back to work, down 4-2. Kemper between the circles. Long 3-ball from 22 feet. Wide to the left, and Bont comes away with it for Byron Center. Into the front court. Isaac Lee, who's now in the game, flips it down to the low post to Carroll, but he traveled before he made his move. Turnover back to South Christian.
I think that was a good call, but boy, Cam Carroll's got a good quick spin move. That's kind of one of the things he does in that low post. For a big guy, really very agile. But got to keep that pivot foot down.
Watching him on film, a little bit of the Granville Byron Center game, he is aggressive. He'll take it to the hole. It's not just a sedentary post-up guy by any means.
Yeah, we've seen it twice in the open floor and on the low post. He's getting closer to the basket when he gets the ball.
Sailors dealing with a press here, token pressure. Austin Burgess working on Keen Hinkle, and he's bumped by Hinkle right before the timeline. Foul will be the second on Byron Center. South Christian with 3.
Young sophomore Austin Burgess could, again, over the course of the season, they could use another ball handler. He could have a real opportunity here.
That's a great point, Rick. It's really a team as a foul is called on Isaac Lee out front against Owen Burgess. It's a team really without a point guard. That's why you see Viss the All-Stater handling the ball a lot, but I don't know that Taylor Johnson wants that all the time.
Exactly. Jake Vermas, such a big loss last year, was such a settling force. And this year they're still trying to find their way, figure it out. That's what you do early in the season.
Into the game is Charlie DeHaan. He drove the left baseline, turned it over. Back the other way comes Byron Center. Cassius Bont with a wild shot, driving through the lane and knocked out of bounds. It's off Bont.
A little bit of contact there as well, so certainly can't say the referees are favoring either team. They're just kind of letting them play here a little bit.
They really are. South Christian returns Fackler and Visk to the lineup. Carson Visk still trying to get those basketball legs. Just 2 weeks in after a stellar football season. 23 last night, comes into the game averaging over 20 points a game. Fackler on the right wing working on Hinkle. He uses the Scrotenboro screen, but they'll get Ike for a charge, a block rather. And
tough call.
That's another turnover for South.
Good job by Hinkle. Kind of beat him to the ball screen, cut him off. Fackler didn't make the adjustment, ran right over him.
Taylor Johnson's calling card is defense. There's no doubt about it. This is the kind of game you come to expect, really, from South Christian. Hard fought, a bit of a slogfest, isn't it?
And they're a little angry after losing in overtime last night, so you kind of come into that game, with a chip on your shoulder.
Hinkle lost to Hahn off that pick, but couldn't convert the scoop shot. Quickly back the other way is South Christian. They find Owen Burgess open for a left wing three, and he knocks it down. 5-4 Sailors. Back the other way. Nice dump by Isaac Lee inside to Jaden Bowman. Both Lee and Bowman just are returning after missing the first 3 games. Lee, an outstanding wide receiver on the football team. Bowman, a transfer from East Kentwood. So these two guys will really help Byron Center. They lead at 6-5. Visk spins in the lane. Fall away from the right elbow. Misfired.
Tough shot there.
Carroll controls the boards. Quickly ahead to Lee. Backs it down now. Drops to Bowman along the right baseline. Spins underneath. Couldn't hit it. Carroll for the foul. That wouldn't go. And knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Byron Center. Great battles underneath so far.
Boy, this is a slugfest. 2 minutes 43 left in the first. 6-5. Not much scoring. A lot of physicality.
Byron Center with Hinkle, Bont, Bowman, Lee, and Conrad on the floor. Right wing open jumper for 3 is Isaac Lee. He's on the scoreboard.
Good ball movement there by Byron Center versus the zone on the out of bounds. Swung it around, found the open man on the backside.
9-5 Bulldogs with 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. Visk spinning on the right wings, fouled by Bont. 14th foul on Byron Center.
Bont is very aggressive defensively guarding Carson Visk. It'll be interesting to see, how they call that.
Visk triggers it into Plune. Got to get him going too, as that third scorer. Visk just hawked by Bont out top. Now finds Kemper, right baseline, spins on Bowman, knocked away, and here come the Bulldogs. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Hinkle will take it to the hole. The left-handed layup short. Visk rips down the boards. Quickly ahead to Kemper, who drops off for Plune, flying through on the trailer and missed the layup and go to the line.
Both teams have missed several right around the basket. They're challenged, but just not concentrating.
Rick, how much of that is due to the shot blockers that seem to be waiting on both of these teams?
Yeah, well, there's big bodies in there. I think both teams are just a little bit tense. Wound up. Sometimes you can play too hard. Got to settle down here a little bit.
Flew into the free throw line. He had 7 points last night at Unity Christian.
Really like Caleb Plume. Just feel like he's capable. I always feel like he's capable of having a big night. He's just got to find his confidence and sort of turn it loose. Excellent shooter.
How critical is it for South to get that third score going? And you would think it'd be Plume, but right now it's just been Visk and Kemper.
Yeah. Well, I think it is. Again, Jake Vermas was one of the top players in the state last year. Losing him, and there's many games where he was the main scorer. So, yeah, somebody else has got to step up. But Caleb Plume, Nolan Fackler, Ike Scrotenberg, they have some veteran guys. Just have to carve out a new role.
Plume's second free throw was negated by a lane violation on South. So Byron Center up by 3. Tries a Easton Weicher's Three ball from the left corner. That's no good. And the rebound foul on Byron Center. Weitzer's now into the game, 6'2 junior.
Good news for Byron Center here. They've extended the lead a little bit while big Cam Carroll has been out of the game. So having the new transfers certainly has helped their depth.
To the line for a pair is Carson Viss. That'll be his first point of the game. Great crowd on hand for an early Saturday evening during December. Of course, beautiful Van Noord Arena here at Calvin University playing host. Seats about 4,500. And I'd say for this one, we're certainly cracking that 1,500 mark here. As Viss hits both free throws, 9-8. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. It has been a hard-fought battle between these two South End neighborhood rivals. Bulldogs going to work, find Bowman on the right side for a three ball. Is off the back of the flange. Pinball out of bounds, and it'll stay with Byron Center. Yeah, good look.
There's a lot of contact there on that rebound, on the loose ball. This is not a game for the weak here tonight.
I'm not sure what the official was signifying there.
And they kind of gave the warning like somebody had, intentionally flopped down. I didn't really see that. I don't know if that was what happened or not.
At any rate, South Christian back to work on the offensive end. Austin Burgess has returned to the lineup. Uses the Viss pick up top. Leaves for Kemper, the high post, who bounces it down low to Viss and then dishes it out to the left corner where Burgess had a good look. Rolled it around every place but the bottom of the net. Wouldn't go. Back the other way on the break comes Byron Center. Bowman driving to the hole, blocked away by Davis Kemper. Back the other way. Viss has it pickpocketed by Carroll, and he'll head his way up the floor, but he traveled. So with 43 seconds to go, the racehorse basketball right now is not too productive, Rick.
Both future MAC players turned it over in consecutive possessions. They're just going a little too fast. Hard to score when you get in the open floor. You get excited thinking maybe there'll be an easier opportunity.
I think Cam Carroll's eyeing the slam dunk every time he breaks out on the fast break. This gets a good screen, drives to the hole, left that layup short. And with 30 seconds to go, Coach Rodriguez wants his Bulldogs to settle for one shot here, up 9-8. These two teams have not played since 2 years ago. South won at 71-56. Jenks drives the lane, dishes to Carroll. He couldn't drop the bunny in. Battle for the loose ball on the floor and hit the out-of-bounds line. It'll stay with Byron Center.
Boy, Davis Kemper and Big Carroll are battling in there each and every possession. Two big bodies. For each of them, I doubt that they've had to go against this type of player very often.
Nice inbounds play to Bowman. Had a great look. Couldn't hit the buddy, but Carroll was right there to pick it off and drop it in the hole. And then on the inbounds pass, stolen away by Byron Center, but Weitzer's three is no good. And that's the way this frenetic first quarter has ended. Byron Center 11, South Christian 8. We'll step aside, come back for today's game brought to you by River Ridge Dentistry. Dr. Jeff Helmus and Dr. Alexandra Mering take the time to build relationships with patients and their families. From professional teeth whitening to restorative dental implants, the River Ridge team works tirelessly every day to earn your trust with unparalleled customer service that always puts you, the patient, first. Contact them at riverridgedentistry.net. Since 2009, Burgess Surveying has been helping grow Michigan businesses by providing accurate land surveys. Regardless of the project size, you can be confident that they'll complete your land survey with precision. Attention to detail, responsiveness, and communication. That's Burgess serving. Bob Sack alongside Rick Wesley, 11-8. Rick, a crazy first quarter. Not a lot of offensive production, but certainly hard fought and competitive.
Yeah, no question. I think Byron Center just has few more guys that have been able to make offense a little bit, put it on the floor, attack the basket off the dribble. South Christian still trying to find a rhythm offensively.
Bulldogs on the offensive end to start this second quarter. Carroll on the right wing backs down Kemper. Traveled as he made his move.
He definitely wants to get closer to the bucket when he gets that ball. Davis Kemper's got a big enough body and enough size. He can kind of stay in between him and the basket.
So if you're Byron Center, do you try to post him up with the low block more, or clear out and let him make his one-on-one move?
He's talented enough with the dribble. I think getting him the ball up in the high post, where in the middle of the floor, where he can go left and go right, maybe a little bit more space might be a good option for him.
Carson Viss fouled out top. The South Christian starts their possession. Viss watched by Jared Bowman. Top side to Scrotenborough. Right wing three on the way by Kemper. Too strong. Ripped out of there by Jenks. 2-on-2 all the way to the hole. Caleb Plume with a good wall off to force that missed layup. Viss motors back the other way. Spins on Bowman. Has it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds.
Might have got raked across the arm right there. Really need Davis Kemper to hit one of those shots. South Christian's really struggling to score right now.
Sailors get this, Rick, with one field goal, and we've played 9 minutes.
Really just can't find good opportunities.
Inbounds pass to Kemper. Stolen away by Hinkle, but Sailors recover and set up Plume for a left corner three, and he bangs it home. Caleb Plume with his 4th point.
That's big.
Tied at 11, 6:50 to go in the first half. Keen Hinkle guns it right side to Weichers. Leaves for Jenks. Drives on the right side on Plume. Drew contact on the floor.
Jenks is small of stature, but boy, he's a bulldog. He gets in there. He's really been probably their primary attack guy with the dribble here early in the game. I think South Christian's done a good job on Hinkle for the most part, kept him pretty quiet.
Bulldogs with a number of players who competed on that Byron Center football team that journeyed all the way to the state finals before losing in the championship game. There's Hinkle opening on a nice ball fake at the top of the key, right on cue, Rick Wesley. And
woke him up, I guess.
Drops home his first points, the 3-ball from the top side.
That's the 3rd basket that Byron Center has gotten on baseline out of bounds play.
And a couple other good looks that didn't go.
South Christian typically zones in that situation. They might need to switch that up and go man-to-man.
Nolan Burgess. Nolan Fackler returned to the lineup for South, so they'll have Plume, Viss, Burgess, and Kemper.
Go, Davis!
Inbounds pass to Viss, right left wing, ball fake, and then drives to the lane, wheels and deals, drops it off the glass for his first field goal.
Good adjustment with the ball twisting, turning, got it in the basket.
14-13, 6 to go here in the second quarter. Keen Hinkle double teamed out top, now they back off. And he leaves for Ethan Weichers between the rings. Weichers left wing to Jenks. Thought about the three, now uses the Bowman screen. Delivers it right side of the baseline. Weichers finds a left corner bounce pass to Lee. Can't hit the triple. Battle for the rebound, and Bowman on the way up is fouled. That's on Caleb Plume. That's his 2nd. And it's not, it was before the shot. It was on the rebound, so out of bounds.
Bowman gives him a nice option, guy with some size, good athlete. Can do some different things in there.
6'4" transfer out of East Kentwood. Carson Viss will sit down. Bulldogs doing a nice job on Viss here in the early going. Inbounds pass finds Lee open. Fakes the three, now stops and pops at the free throw stripe off the flange. Skying for the rebound is Owen Burgess. Quickly ahead they go to Plume. Works the left baseline on Bont. Now backs it out to Austin Burgess near the timeline. Burgess right side has a strip by Keen Hinkle. Long pass ahead to Isaac Lee, but he airmailed it, and Lee couldn't, as he tries to do during the football season, hauling in passes from Landon Tungate. He couldn't quite fingertip that one and goes out of bounds back to South Christian.
There's been a number of these plays where they've gotten the ball knocked out, flicked out of their hands. Hard to tell if they've gotten foul or not, but it's happened several times here to South Christian.
Getting free for the top side look is Burgess. Not there, so they gun it around to the left corner where J.J. Moderman misfires on the 3. 5 minutes to go. Bulldogs by 1. Get the feeling, too, Rick, that Taylor Johnson's still looking for the right combinations. Seems like he's shuffling a lot of guys in and out. Nice two-man pick and roll underneath as Bowman on the feet from Hinkle wouldn't go, but he's right there for the follow and drops it home. Jaden Bowman with his 4th. 16-13, biggest lead of the game, equaled again by Byron Center. They led 9-6 and 11-3. Here's Ploon with a double pump 3 ball from top side.
I think he wanted to hit Davis Kemper on the roll and then change his mind mid-flight.
Bulldogs come away with a carom. Lee into the front court. Right side, shakes and bakes on Burgess to the lane. No, and a whistle and a foul on Moderman. As Conrad will go to the line after being hacked on the shot.
Feels like South Christian's really just hanging on here. It feels like Byron Center's been very much the dominant team. To be down just 16-13, I think they're pretty fortunate right now. 17-13.
If you just joined us, it was 11-8 at the quarter. 17-13 now. That's the largest lead of the game for Byron Center. 4 minutes to go. I still maintain, though, that this is exactly the kind of game that's perfect for South Christian. You think back to the 2 years of Taylor Johnson with his leadership in this program. It's about tough, hard-nosed defense in games like this.
I love these kind of games as a coach. I don't know, they're great for the fans, but I always felt as a coach, if you're stopping them, I always felt better about it than those high-scoring affairs when you felt, you can't stop them. You're just at their mercy.
This at the right point, fed it underneath to Kemper. He couldn't hit the jump hook. And is there a foul on that play? Or did the ball just get knocked out of bounds?
Davis Kemper went up, got the rebound, came down. I think he just was letting go of the ball and it hit their player in a funny way. I don't know. I don't know that there was a technical needed to be called there. I'm not sure the referee can really tell you what exactly happened either.
Conrad, I think, was called for the foul. And out of frustration, Kemper sort of threw the ball out of bounds. And that led to a technical on Davis Kemper.
Who was the foul?
I believe the original foul
which was the right call.
Landon Conrad.
Which was a good thing for Davis Kemper. So I don't think he was really upset. I think he was just releasing the ball. But, it's a tight game. It's a physical game. I'm not a big fan of technicals unless it's just an obvious somebody out of control. And, again, I don't think right there I don't think the official could really even tell you what exactly happened there.
The bad news for South Christian, that's a personal foul assessed to Davis Kemper as well.
Yeah.
He'll sit down along with Ploon.
It's big time right now. Down 6 now for South Christian. 19-13, 3:53 to go. You want to keep pace here.
Top side, Cam Carroll, watched by Scrotenborough. Hands to Weichers. Sailors switch. Knifing down the lane is Hinkle, but before that, Ethan Weichers set that illegal screen, and the turnover gives it back to South Christian.
First time I've seen Austin Burgess, the young sophomore point guard. Nice to see him in there, getting some varsity experience.
Second quarter tonight brought to you by Choice One Bank and Burgess Concrete Construction. Down low, Ike Scrotenborough finds Viss at the low blocks. He spins, can't get it to go, but the foul, I think, was before the shot, and that'll be the 5th. Either way, Carson Viss goes to the stripe for 2.
When in doubt in these tough games, I always think offensively, get it close to the basket, get a post up. When your offense is not running smoothly, throw it in the low post.
physicality, Rick, that Viss endures and confronts and attacks is impressive.
Yeah, that football background helps him. Yeah, we talked about these low-scoring games, and as a coach, when the other team scored all the time, I always felt just sort of helpless. When we were stopping them and they were stopping us, I thought, this is great. And I always felt like somewhere along the line, we'll throw a hook shot in or something. We'll figure out a way to make a basket. But to be able to control the game with your defense is a wonderful feeling.
Viss split the pair. Back to the other end. Driving to the lane was Hinkle. Drew the contact from Austin Burgess. Now both teams in the bonus.
Byron Center just consistently is putting pressure on the rim through low post catches or driving to the basket, and any number of players seem to be playing a little bit looser, freer, a little bit more confident, whereas South Christian seems to be more just kind of throwing it around the perimeter, and other than Carson Viss can't really find anybody that's in a good attack mode.
Hinkle got the first. He'll shoot the second. Hey, we need your help this season to make it a holiday of hope for local patients. When you donate blood at Versity's Grand Rapids Donor Center on December 23rd or December 24th, you receive a free pie. Share it at your holiday party or keep it all to yourself as a well-deserved post-donation treat. Schedule your donation. Go to versity.org. Another lane violation, the second one of the game. This one goes on Byron Center. Hinkle will not get a second free throw, so the 6-point lead remains with 3:15 to go in the first half, 20-14. Bulldogs on top. Sailors go to work on the offensive end, find Viss at the low left block, follow a jumper, rims out. Isaac Lee skies for the boards, quickly back the other way. They find Bowman cutting, and he draws contact near the bucket. Go to the line for a couple.
Again, Bowman, a good addition to their team. Cam Carroll hasn't really been that big a factor, and guys have come in and picked up the slack.
Yeah, I think the other area where it's really impacted too is on the offensive glass. Number of second chances as Bowman hits the first free throw. 21-14, largest margin of the game for Byron Center. So if you're Taylor Johnson right here, what are you doing offensively, Rick? I mean, how do you get this thing rolling here? First of all, you take a timeout.
Yeah.
And we'll take a full one. We'll step aside. Bulldogs up by 8, 22-14. You're listening on Michigan.
Order groceries, schedule appointments, and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
The award-winning Sobey Company specializes in metal stud framing and drywall, acoustical wall and ceiling assemblies, and flooring. In their 50 years of continuous service, Sobey has always stressed quality and customer satisfaction as the two premier building blocks, which has held the key to Sobey's long-standing foundation and success. Today's game Alta Bus brought to you by Choice One Bank, proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. They see an opportunity for you and your family. Choice One, member FDIC. Bob Sack and Rick Wesley back with you here at Calvin University as part of the Calvin Invite, 22-14. Bulldogs on top. Get that comment from you. What South Christian's got to do to get this offense in gear. 14 points with 3 to go in the first half.
I think just keep trying to throw it in the low post until things go a little bit better. You got big Ike Scrotenbauer in there. Maybe you can get him in around the bucket.
He's into the game, hands it off to Fackler, but it's knocked away by Keen Hinkle. 2-on-2 to the hole over the top of Austin Burgess, lays it in. I tell you, Keen Hinkle's been really pesty defensively.
No question. All their guards are very aggressive.
Bulldogs by 10. Viss knifes his way to the lane, draws the foul, and that time was a good clear out, Rick, on that right side. They opened up some space for Carson to operate.
And you had Scrotenbauer posting up, too. You just had two options. You had him posting up, and then Carson just put his head down. And again, if it's not going well, then make it ugly. Just put your head down, get it to the rim. Time before, they got caught with another turnover out on the three-point line. These free throws are big when you're struggling to score. You got to take advantage of any opportunities you can get.
This gets the first. Don't forget, stay with us after this game on Michigan Sports Radio. Brock Conkle will be alongside with us. Classic nightcap. Rockford and Northview, star-studded lineup for that one. College players all over this day today, isn't it here?
There sure is. South Christian a little bit smaller now with their lineup. Let's see if this makes a little bit of a difference.
This got them both. He now has 7.
A little press here after the free throw, full court.
The lead is 8 with 2:10 to play. Bulldogs break the press. Cassius Bont back in the game.
Back into a zone by South Christian.
Bont with a long 3 from the left point. Off the back of the iron. Race for the rebound between Fackler and Carroll, and it went off Fackler's thigh. So it'll stay. Good defensive effort.
First time South Christian went to a soft press, back to a zone. Got what they wanted. It was a quick, long shot, but just as always, often is the case, the zone hard to rebound out of the zone. Never quite sure who you're supposed to block out. It's more of a rebound your area than it is blocking out a man.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. 24-16 Bulldogs. They've led all the way thus far. South still in that 2-3 zone. Good patience by Byron Center. They find Bowman at the left elbow. He squeezes his way down the lane. Left the jump hook short. Ball's carried to Carson Viss. Head to Caleb Ploon. Stops at the top of the key. Finds Scrotenborough at the right block. Has it knocked away by Bont. Scrum on the floor. Knocked out of bounds by Burgess. And it'll be Byron Center's ball.
Good job by Byron Center. Ike Scrotenborough got in the low post, got the ball extended away from his body a little bit. Byron Center came from behind, from the blind side, we were able to knock it out. Again, here's a full court press by South Christian.
75 seconds to go here in the first half, 24-16. Think about that zone defense. It does slow the game down a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does slow it down, but
Isaac Lee
makes him do something a little bit different. Oh, he walked.
Operating out top with Bont. They dump it into Bowman. Back to Lee, who drives the baseline, finds Hinkle open in the left corner, and he splashes down the triple. Nice action on against that zone by Byron Center.
And Hinkle, outstanding shooter, little lefty, and a great stroke.
Back the other way, Vissel hoists a long 3 ball from the right wing.
I'm not sure if that was the shot. There's a dribble up long 3 by Carson. Trying to get it all back quickly.
27-16. Hinkle now with 10 points, and I have been impressed with him. He's drove the ball well to the basket, hit a couple of threes, Rick, but I think his defensive effort has been superb here in the first half.
He and Bont both are very good defenders. Kind of seem to know their role, play within themselves.
Isaac Lee gets the first free throw, and the lead has swelled to 12.
I wonder a little bit about the fact that they played last night. South Christian, look out there, a lot of rosy cheeks out there right now.
Well, the other aspect of that is Byron Center did not play last night. Maybe that's just as important.
And haven't played for a while, I don't think. So they maybe have been able to practice accordingly and get ready for this.
Lee got them both, 29-16. 42 seconds to play here in the first half. Now Sailors go with Viss at the point guard. He'll bring it up against Jaden Bowman.
Probably should hold it for one shot here. About 6 seconds differential.
Viss to Ploon, right point 3, rattles it home.
Or shoot a 3.
Good find by Carson Viss to trim that lead to 10.
I tend to say with Caleb Plume, anytime you can shoot a 3 is okay, just to try to continue to get him to be more aggressive.
Last shot time for Byron Center. Now against a man-to-man for South Christian. Cassius Bond out top. Crossover on Burgess. Kicks it right side to Whitechurch. He'll stop and pop from the right elbow. Ring it home. Ethan Whitechers with a big shot, and that's the way the first half ends. 31-19, Byron Center on top. Stay with us. The River Ridge Dentistry halftime show coming up. We'll give you stats on the first half, scoring totals, and then be joined by Bill Saul, the head basketball coach here at Calvin University. That's coming up on the halftime show presented.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Have you recently collided with a deer or been caught in an unfortunate accident? Don't worry, Car Center Collision and Glass is your trusted partner to bring your vehicle back to life. With convenient branches in Cedar Springs, Burton Heights, Alpine, and Big Rapids, we're right around the corner to provide expert assistance. From collision repairs to mechanical fixes, we're your one-stop solution for all your car needs. Check us out at carcentermi.com.
Ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
Back at halftime, it is Byron Center 31, South Christian 19 here from Calvin University. Halftime stats tonight brought to you by Holst Heating and Cooling, specializing in commercial and residential home heating and cooling, family owned and conducting themselves with the highest integrity. That's Holst Heating and Cooling. Welcome inside the halftime show presented by River Ridge Dentistry. Halftime individual scoring statistics for Byron Center. They're led by Keon Hinkle with 10, 6 for Jaden Bowman, 5 for Isaac Lee, 4 for Landon Conrad, 2 each for Cassius Bont, Easton Whitechers, and Cam Carroll. South Christian, 7 each for Carson Viss and Caleb Plune, 3 for Owen Burgess, and 2 for Davis Kemper. So 31-19, probably the biggest stat is South Christian has just 4 field goals here in the first half. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Bill Saul, the head basketball coach here at Calvin University. It's coming up on the halftime show presented by River Ridge Dentistry.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Welcome back to the halftime show presented by River Ridge Dentistry. Pleasure to be joined here at the break by the head basketball coach at Calvin University, Bill Saul. And before we talk about the Knights and how the season is going, talk about this event.
Yeah.
Phenomenal day today. A great setup of teams, big crowd for this evening session. How'd this all start? You're the guy who's sort of the orchestrator of it, along with Jason Martin. Tell us the genesis of the invite.
Yeah, I mean, this is the third year we've done it, and we just kind of got together. Jason and us do a collaborative with a camp that we run in the summer, the Storm Camp, and we talked about bringing basketball here, and it's been great, right? Great competition every year, tremendous crowds, and it's kind of, even though it's only in its third year, really taken off. And like you said, we get amazing crowds. It's just a great chance to see some of the best West Michigan teams in one area. I think it's really nice because we have the size that we can have the freshmen and the JV teams play as well. So that's a big bonus on the side of it, too. So I think the coaches really like it because you get everybody with a game. So I think it's been good.
Bill Saul joining us here at halftime, the head coach of Calvin University's men's team. Let's talk about the Knights. Interesting season, to say the least, for you. I can't imagine there's been too many times Bill Saul's been sitting in the middle of December with a 3-6 record, and yet the schedule you have played and the competitive games you've had speaks a lot different about where this team is at and where it's going as well. Give us a background. Give the listener a little bit of background on the scheduling that you created. I gotta put the blame on you, man. The schedule you created for the Knights, because you have played the best in the country this year in the preseason.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing about scheduling is usually about 2 or 3 years in advance as you get through it. And we had an opportunity to play in a couple of really cool tournaments that we wanted to do. The GLI, which is just an amazing tournament of top teams in the country, was going to be at our place. It also had this thing to do with, we did feel that Jalen Overway, our All-American first team player, would be playing this year. And he's doing great in rehab, but, in the Elite 8 game, had an ACL injury and is out. So, all those pieces, we ended up having the toughest schedule in all of Division III, and the strength of schedule is great, but also in that same breath, right, we've lost some really tough ones, but I think it's really molded our team into where we're at right now. I'm really excited with where we're at and where we continue to grow.
Bill, the whole item about Jaden Overway is amazing, because you've had to restructure and sort of reconstruct how you have this team set for this year. You had time to prepare. You had time in the summer. Who's developed pleasantly for you and has started to mold this response the way you wanted it to be?
Well, I think it's a sum of all our parts. That's the one thing for us, right? It's not like, hey, here's one guy that really has put himself alone. I think it's just the group, right? You've seen, of course, Uchenna and Owen Bernardo have had really, really, really good starts to their year, but Parker Schwartz, transfer that came in this year, is really starting to play solid minutes. Ty Horkey, a grad transfer, has done that. And then, we've had a lot of other guys step up. So it's more for my standpoint of just really seeing this team grow and having each guy really find out what it means for him to contribute to our success.
Real quick, last question, just a few days away, a couple weeks away, really, from the MIAA season starting. Actually, 3 weeks away. And what have you seen in the league this year that has you surprised a little bit that it's going differently, or what's happened the way it's been expected, with Hope, Calvin, and likely Trine at the top of the list?
Right. I mean, it's a grouping of a lot of really good teams, as always, right? I mean, the MIAA has really set itself off here in this last, my goodness, 5-6 years of having 3 or 4 nationally contending teams every year. And then, when you go to kind of the other teams that are kind of in it, I mean, it's just the same thing, right? Every night's a battle. Every night you got to be prepared to play. And I see no different in that as we get into conference season. That's the whole thing about conference season. It's really, this preseason is prepping yourself for what are you going to do once you get to the MIAA season. And again, we have got a lot of work to do, but I'm really excited about our growth.
All right. Good luck this season. Can't wait to watch you traverse through the league, and great job this weekend with the invite.
Hey, thanks
Phenomenal
so much.
Event.
All right.
Bill Saul, head basketball coach. We'll step aside, and when we return, we're ready for the third quarter. Byron Center up 31-19 at the break.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
That wraps up the halftime show presented by River Ridge Dentistry. River Ridge Dentistry, Dr. Jeff Helmus and Dr. Alexandra Mehring take the time to build relationships with their patients and families, from professional teeth whitening to restorative dental implants. The River Ridge team works tirelessly every day to earn your trust with unparalleled customer service that always puts you, the patient, first. Contact them at riverridgedentistry.net. Hey, for over 40 years, Sturck's Cleaning has had a goal to exceed customer expectation. They'll do that for you if you mention this ad. You'll receive a 15% discount on carpet cleaning services over $150 through March from Sturck Cleaning. Bob Sack alongside Rick Wesley, former Grand Valley State coach, and it's 31-19 as we get set to start this third quarter. Rick, and what does Taylor Johnson say to his team in the huddle here as we get ready to start the second half?
Well, come out ready to go, because I think this first few minutes here of the second half are going to determine the game here. Really struggled offensively in the first half. Their defense, I thought, was really okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. They just are not getting consistent offense. So hopefully they'll come out here in the second half.
What'd you like out of Byron Center that you saw in the first half?
Well, they were really aggressive off the dribble. I thought their ability to put the ball on the floor and create offense was really big.
We start the second half, and Davis Kemper will step back for a left point three. That's a good way for the Sailors to start. 31-22. Kemper with that's his first field goal of the game. Rick, how about that? 18 points last night, comes in averaging right around 15, and it took him 17 minutes to get on the field goal scoreboard.
South Christian come out in a zone here.
Carroll at the free throw line will drive and then pull up on Fackler. Wide to the right. Yanked down by Viss. Into the front court. Viss spins on Bont. Hesitates, now drives, has it swatted away by Carroll into the hands of Jenks.
Welcome to the MAC there on that one, huh?
Quickly to the front court. Jenks leaves for Bont. He couldn't hit. On the run out is Viss. All the way to the hole, left-handed, and wouldn't go, but drew a push as he elevated for the layup, and he'll shoot two.
Good attack. I mean, if South Christian could get some offense from their defense, that certainly would help them. Those open floor opportunities are a lot easier to score, and then when you have to set up.
So, Rick, there's this new sort of mantra I've heard, hypothesis, if you will, that the most important minutes of the game are the last three of the first half and the first three of the second. How much do you buy into that theory as Viss hits the first free throw?
I don't know. I've had some games where you start out 15-0. That was pretty good. And you finish the game on a 10-0 run. So, I mean, however you want to get the points, I don't think it really matters. But certainly when you're down, you don't want to come out and add to your woes by having a slow start to the second half.
Sailors cut that lead to 7. Back the other way. Hinkle couldn't hit the three-pointer. Ball goes over the stanchion, out of bounds. And Sailors with a good start to this.
No question, 5 straight points here.
And good 3 straight stops.
And 3 straight stops, so you start feeling a little bit better about things.
It's 31-19 at the half. Ike Skrodenborg will try a right point 3.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Misfired into the hands of Bont. Into the front court against a man-to-man. Cassius Bont delivers a left block to Carroll. Backs in on Skrodenborg. Now leaves for Hinkle. Curling around the left baseline. He knocks down the 12-footer.
Got a nice little shot. He got a good stroke. Good little player.
First bucket of the second half for the Bulldogs. Up by 9, 33-24. Viss gets space and hoists one up from 25 straight on and splashes it home. Carson Viss with his first triple of the game. He now has 12, and it's 33-27.
Back in the zone. Looks like they're in zones on makes, man-to-man on misses.
Bond drives. He leaves for Carroll. He'll launch a 3 from the left point and rattle that one home.
I think you got to kind of live with that a little bit if you're in South Christian. You know you're going to give up something.
The big fella stepping out, knocking down from downtown. Back the other way, Kemper backs down Bont. The right block, spins up that baby hook, gets the unfriendly bounce and knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Byron Center.
I really like Davis being down there in the low post. It feels like they've got to find a way to take advantage of him and Skrodenborg are in there together, 2 big guys, and develop some more power in their offense. You got 2 pretty good athletes in there with some size.
like scoreless tonight. Hinkle finds an open long 2 on the right baseline. Left it short. Kemper controls the boards. Will leave for Viss, and South Christian goes to work with 4:50 to go, down by 8 here in the third quarter. Uses the high ball screen. Kemper will launch from 3 on the right side. Wouldn't go. Lob pass to the other end. Knocked away, and Viss has it. Racing down for a right-handed layup for South Christian. Ooh. And then on the inbounds pass, didn't see that. Rick, what happened there?
I think he touched the ball. I think that's actually a technical foul, I think. He scored the basket. Byron Center, Conrad jumped out of bounds. As he tried to throw it in, Carson got a piece of it. I don't think Carson was inbounds yet. A
delay of game.
Okay, I wasn't sure quite what the rule is.
So is that a warning? If it happens again, is he?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I hate to get bogged down in the rules. Just trust the officials. That's what they get paid for.
So you're telling me that before every season you didn't review the rule book?
And if it didn't go my way, I questioned it. But that was a strange play. I'm glad it wasn't a technical. There's that zone, too. They've been giving up the free throw line jump shot. Seems to be the place they're a little vulnerable.
Isaac Lee probes the middle of that zone from the top of the key. Plays catch with Connor Jenks. Now they find Carroll at the right elbow. He'll stop and pop off the flange. No. Wrestle for the rebound between Conrad and Kemper. Jump ball.
But the third time they've given that jump shot up at the free throw line, which seems like a not a good thing. But the one thing, if you're on defense, if the guy misses that shot, you're really in perfect defensive rebounding position. So it's not as easy as you think to catch it, back to the basket, turn, face, and shoot. But that's the shot that seems to be available.
Inbounds pass stolen away by Carson Villas. 1-on-1 against Lee. Euro step. Couldn't finish with the right hand. And then on the rebound, Fackler hacked Lee. And that opportunity goes awry.
Tough one there. Good open floor opportunity. Tried to use the Mano Ginobili step through there and finished with his right hand. Didn't quite elevate and get it up over the rim.
That's going way back. For those listeners of ours and viewers who are under
way
25,
back.
You got to tell them who Manu Ginobili is.
I didn't say Gail Goodrich. I said Manu Ginobili.
36-29 inside of 4 minutes in the third quarter. Byron Center's led the whole way.
Staying in that zone
is South Christian against the Byron Center offense. Weichers finds Carroll underneath, gets inside on Kemper, but couldn't finish, and Davis controls the boards. To Austin Burgess on the move. He'll stop and leave for Kemper. He has it poked out of his hands, out of bounds. And South Christian retains possession with 3:23 to go, down by 9. A little rest right now for Carson Viss.
Really impressed with the young Burgess, sophomore point guard. Got a good future. Tough to be a point guard out there as a sophomore. It's such a key position.
He'll use the Plune screen, look for the 3, no, finds Kemper over on the left point, and he knocks down a triple. Nice work by Austin Burgess to find the big fella for that step-out 3.
Got it down to 4.
Kemper now with 8. Pass underneath to Carroll. Again, he couldn't hit the bunny. Kemper's right there to contest it.
Man.
The foul by Carroll, no. And on the rebound, Jaden Bauman knocks Fackler to the floor, and Byron Center will get called for that foul.
Big Cam Carroll with 2 5-footer than a 2-footer. Both of them just kind of around and out. That zone has changed the look here a little bit.
South Christian battled back. They trailed by as many as 12, and it's a 4-point game with 2:53 to go here in the third.
Taking away some of that dribble penetration that Byron Center got in the first half of the zone.
It's Plune, Moderman, Burgess, Kemper. Into the game right now for South Christian. Austin Burgess also in there, the point guard. He's hassled between the circles. Little reach in on Hinkle. Boy, they had him trapped, but he got bailed out by the foul. Owen Burgess also on the floor for South.
Byron Center really stepping out their big man defender on that ball screen. Hard show or hard hedge, some people call it. As a ball handler, sometimes you got to take that on, move that guy a little bit to create a better passing angle back to the pop guy.
Burgess trying to shed Hinkle, finds Moderman in the right baseline, who guns it left corner to Austin to Owen Burgess.
Wow.
And for the second time tonight, Owen Burgess is able to drain a three, and it's a 1-point game with 2:20 to go in the third.
Good pass by J.J. Moderman. Found the open man opposite corner.
Against the 2-3 zone, Isaac Lee sets it up between the rings. Right wing to Hinkle, guns it elbow to Bowman. Weichers finds Bowman now underneath, and he lays it in. Good penetration by Ethan Weichers, and Bowman converts from the good pass. 1:54 to go, 3-point game, 38-35. Burgess hassled out front by Weichers to Moderman. Now to Kemper at the free throw line. He'll step back, fires a 16-footer that's off the flange and controlled by the Bulldogs. Ahead to Weichers, finds Lee in the right corner. His arcing three is too long, and Ploon skies for the carom and leaves for Burgess with 1:25 to go here in the third quarter, 38-35. Right side, Owen Burgess, who has hit a couple of big threes to get South back into this game. Picks up his dribble, guns it to Ploon, right side, leaves a triple short. Ball on the floor, battle for the rebound, and I thought...
I couldn't see it. Might have got a break there.
Yeah, I think they did.
Loose balls, kind of, nobody really had it.
Foul's going to go on Byron center.
Official might have been blocked off a little bit there.
This and Ty Brinks check in. Ty Brinks, the Grand Valley State tight end commit, gets his first action today.
Good minutes there by young Burgess and J.J. Moderman.
Brinks, the 6'6" senior. Inbounds pass to Owen Burgess. Eyed the three, now drives the lane, kicks it to Viss. Left corner, step back, triple on the way. No, Kemper's tap wouldn't go, and Weichers controls for the Bulldogs. Ahead to Bont. They lead by 3 inside of a minute to go here in the third. Left corner, Lee drives, gets a step on Ploon. Elevates on the layup, and he'll draw the hot. Shoot two.
Baseline drive generally causes you some problems unless you're there ready to trap it quickly.
Back in my day, you stopped players from driving the baseline. Now that's part of the strategy, right? You funnel that player into
everybody
help.
has a different man-to-man philosophy. Some teams funnel to the baseline, some teams funnel to the free throw line elbow area. And in the zone, it's the same way. I think when they're in their zone, they're more designed to trap that versus in the man-to-man, they're never quite sure what to do.
Lee missed the first. By the way, let Kent Butcher's Supply help you with all your food handling needs. Kent Butcher's Supply has been serving the meat industry for over 60 years. From spices to knives to large equipment, they've got what you need. Shop Kent Butcher's today, your local resource for all your butcher supplies.
Take it out, Ty!
Got the second, Lee did. He now has 6 points, and with 50 seconds to go, and they're in the third quarter, it's a 4-point game. South Christian trailed 31-19 after 2. Viss works out high, draws Carroll way out, now gets a step on him, drives to the lane, scoops up the right-hander, wouldn't go. Strotenberg's there for the rebound, and Big Ike on the foul got hammered, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
See if Big Ike can knock a couple in here.
Ike, who had a marvelous tennis season this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, how about that?
I wasn't aware of that.
It's not too many times you see a tennis player double as a basketball
It's
player.
funny you say that. Last night I was watching an NBA game. I think it was Denver. Ryan Bowen was an assistant coach. I remember when he was a prep player in the state of Iowa. I remember he was a tennis player. I thought, well, that's kind of strange. And didn't recruit him. He went to Iowa, led the Big Ten in rebounding on three straight years, and played the NBA for a long time. So I always remember that. Like, hey, tennis is a good thing for basketball guys. Good footwork.
Strotenberg got 1 of 2, quickly the other way.
Nice.
Keen Hinkle showed the 3 and then nailed the teardrop for a 2-point basket.
Nice little floater there. He's got the 3 ball. He's got the floater.
14 seconds to go, 41-36. Viss will hold for the last shot. Between the circles, works on Bowman, gets to the left elbow, hoists up 16-footer, no, rebounded by Hinkle. His long chuck is good from the left hash mark. Did that go in or did that hit the bottom of the net?
I'm not sure. I think it went in.
They're signaling a 3.
It happened.
I thought it hit the bottom of the net.
Boy,
but it did. Boy, that.
How did it get? It didn't feel like it had any arc whatsoever.
Scoreboard still says 41 though.
The way the net reacted to it, it felt like it hit just the net. I don't know. That was us.
What a shot by Keen Hinkle. We'll take a quick break. 44-36 after 3. Coming up.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
West Michigan needs your help this season to make it a holiday of hope for local patients. When you donate blood at Versity's Grand Rapids Donor Center on December 23rd or December 24th, you will receive a pie. Share that pie at your holiday party or keep it all to yourself as a well-deserved post-donation treat. To schedule your donation, go to versity.org. Bob Sack, along with former Grand Valley State head coach Rick Wesley, with you here at Calvin University. It's 44-36 as we start the fourth quarter. Byron Center hanging on to that lead. They've never trailed today. On the first South Christian possession, Kemper turned it over, but the pass on the run out to Lee was thrown over his head, and it will be South Christian basketball. Start the fourth. Rick Wesley, not a bad. It was a better third quarter for South Christian. Cut the gap down to 2 or 1 at one point.
Tough ending, and then a three-pointer at the buzzer. Boy, all those things add up in a close game. Talking about tennis made me think about one of the best players I've ever coached at Grand Valley, Ryan Saban, who is a Byron Center grad, was a great tennis player. We had a lot of Byron Center connection. Ron Mary, he was my assistant. Eric Garvelink, Homecoming King, one of my student assistants. We had a lot of Byron Center greats in our program. Oh, get him.
Sailors go to work on the offensive end. Little two-man high-low there. And 3 seconds was the call on Scrotenborough as Kemper found him underneath. But
don't like that call. Right in the middle of a sort of an action there. Call 3 seconds. But I like that high-low game. I think that's something. There's a big-to-big play. Take advantage of their size. Back to their zone. South Christian.
7:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Isaac Lee. Skip pass to the left corner from the right wing, and he sailed it over the head of Ethan Weichers out of bounds. 2 consecutive turnovers here to start the third for Byron Center.
See if they come back to that high-low action here. That looked like something that could be productive.
Left wing, Viss eyes the 3. Drops it down to Scrotenborough as it poked away, but retrieves it to Kemper. Now to Plune in the right corner. Step back 3 on away, way short. Bowman on the run out after the rebound, all the way to the hole. Right-handed scoop shot, no. Viss grabs the carom. It's a 2-on-2 if he hurries to Fackler. That's knocked away out of his hands.
Oh, jeez.
And a double juggle there? What was the call? Again,
I think what happened is Bowman had some type of injury trailing the play, and as soon as their coaches were concerned with him, and as soon as they got the ball, they took a timeout. It actually stopped their fast break, but I think it was out of concern for his player. Coach Rodriguez making that quick timeout. It appears to be okay.
Let's go.
A couple empty possessions here. It's key part of the game. South Christian really can't afford.
Bulldogs go to work with Lee on the right wing, spins and drives to the lane, and then arches it high off the glass and through. Good move by Isaac Lee. He now has 8. Well, I tell you what, Rick, you look at the score sheet, only 4 players for South have made a basket, a field goal. Scrotenborough's added 1 free throw for a 5th score, but just not a lot of scoring coming from anybody other than Kemper and Viss. And as we say that, the left-handed Kemper from deep in the right corner. Arcs a beautiful triple to make it 46-39. His third three-pointer of this half. He now has 11.
He does what he does. They need more from others.
Yeah, it's a very similar refrain to last year when it was Vermas and Viss did most of the scoring. Kemper became that third guy later in the year. That's what Taylor Johnson needs here. Who's that third scorer?
Yeah.
Bulldogs with Bowman at the free throw line on a turnaround jumper. That's good.
That's the shot they hadn't been making. So later it gets, it's hard to stay in that zone.
Viss spins on Bowman at the right elbow and drew the contact and the push.
Carson Viss reminds me of a player I had, Justin Ringler, who was from Reed City, who was just so aggressive all the time. I think sometimes he gets fouled, but he's so aggressive and he just keeps coming. He doesn't always get those calls. There he finally got a call, but almost every time he drives, I feel like he probably gets fouled.
Whistle and a timeout before the South Christian possession. And it's a 30, so we'll keep it right here and tell you that since 2009, Burgess Surveying has been helping Michigan grow by providing accurate land surveys. Regardless of your project size, you can be confident that we'll complete your land survey with precision. Attention to detail, responsiveness, and communication are foundational to our process because these are the qualities that our clients appreciate most. That's Burgess Surveying. Award-winning Sobey Company specializes in metal stud framing and drywall, acoustical wall and ceiling assemblies, and flooring. In their 50 years of continuous service, Sobey has always stressed quality and customer satisfaction as the two premier building blocks, which has held the key to Sobey's long-standing foundation and success. Thanks to Sobey and Burgess Surveying for their great sponsorship of high school basketball. South Christian will have the ball with 5:17 to go here in the fourth quarter, trailing by 9. They trailed by 12 at the break, got it down to 1 in the third quarter. But Byron Center has come back here to charge ahead again by 9. Three-pointer by Viss is no, but the weak side rebound controlled by Kemper, and then Viss receives the pass down low, shuffled his feet as he made his move to elevate for the field goal.
Good play coming out of a timeout. Got a good shot versus baseline. Out of bounds play. I'd like to see Davis Kemper power that ball in. He got the rebound at 5 feet. Let's see him use his size and skill.
Hey, we need a triple!
2-3 zone for South Christian.
Travel!
As Byron Center slows it down a little bit when the Sailors go back into that zone. Carroll way out high. A little high-low. Tries to get it to Bowman underneath. Tipped away by Kemper. Here's Plune on the run-out. Moves on Lee, spins in the lane, finds Kemper in the right corner for a jumper. Long two is good. Good work by Caleb Plune. And Kemper rewarded for his defensive play on the offensive end. Back the other way, Hinkle floats it in the lane. Moderman swatted it away, but right to Lee. Lee couldn't hit the runner, and Plune controls the boards. Ahead to Viss, down by 7. Sailors can cut it to 5 or 4. Kemper open for a left wing 3 on its way. Rattles through. Davis Kemper has come to life, and it's a 4-point game again.
Tough
with
shot.
4 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Trailing three-pointer to get on balance and get that in, that's not easy. Great touch.
48-44. Lee probes that zone, stops at the right block, kicks it out right wing to Whiteshires, and he drills a 3-ball from the corner to answer Davis Kemper.
Probably the guy you wanted shooting there, too.
51-44. Byron Center inside of 4 minutes to go. Viss eyes the 3, now fakes and probes the lane, and as he floated it towards the rim from the bottom of the circle, was fouled by Bowman on the way up, and he'll shoot a pair.
Might have traveled there. Looked like he might have taken a little shuffle, but got rewarded. Getting to the free throw line, stopped the clock. Didn't catch his breath here.
Rick, I've often wondered about Carson Viss. He's got so many little moves, and he's got so many thrusts one way or the other and jab steps. How is there a way, do you want him to sort of streamline some of that? Is there too much motion?
Well, it's exhausting watching him play. He expends so much energy. Nothing seems easy. So I think as he hones his three-point shot and just he gets some, like catching threes and just get some easy ones once in a while. Otherwise, he just has to work at such a high rate of physical activity. I think he's going to wear himself out. He's willing to do it, to his credit, but long term, I think that's the next step for his growth.
He had both free throws. He now has 16 points. Wow. Back the other way. It is Keen Hinkle with another triple. He now has 19 to lead all scorers. Viss and Kemper with 16.
And Hinkle's a good example of that. All his shots just seem easy. Just catch, shoot, knocks it in.
Viss couldn't hit the three ball from the right point. Ploon chases down the rebound. Back to Viss in the lane. Kicks it outside to Burgess. That left wing three is off the flange. Hinkle controls quickly ahead to Isaac Lee. Fakes at the right elbow and now backs it out between the circles with 3 minutes to go and an 8-point lead. Rodriguez wants him to slow it down. Now Hinkle all the way to the hole. Couldn't hit the left-hander, but Cam Carroll's right there for the flush on the rebound. It's a 10-point margin again. Owen Burgess, the Kemper top side. He'll fire from three. That's off the front of the iron and into the hands of Hinkle with 2:30 to go. 56-46, Byron Center. Hinkle, stutter step on Burgess, finds an open Weichers, left corner, splashes it home. Easton Weichers now with 8, and it's a 13-point lead, the biggest of the game, just like that. They have gone on a 11-2 run as Kemper answers with another triple from the left point. He now has 19, and it's back to a 10-point game. 2 to go.
Byron Center's just hitting you from so many different angles. It feels like Weicher, Lee, Bowman, Hinkle, they've all been aggressive. And it feels like South Christian is limited. Davis, Kemper, Viss.
Carroll, left elbow, leaves for Weichers. He'll circle around. That kid has been absolutely on fire.
He has had a quarter here.
Easton Weichers with his 8th point here in the fourth quarter. He has really propelled them to a nice wide margin of 12 points. Viss to the hole, double pump, and draws the foul on Carroll. Got it to go, and he'll go to the line for the three-point play. .121 to go, 61-51. Byron Center, they led by 3, 11-8 after the first quarter. Expanded that margin to 31-19 after 2 quarters. Held off a Sailor charge that cut the gap to 1 in the third quarter, and Byron Center opened it up to a 44-36 lead at the end of 3. And they have maintained that lead here. Viss can't hit the three-point play.
Byron Center's been impressive. You know, I knew Cam Carroll was a good player, but they have a good team. You know, very well balanced, lots of contributors. Cash's bunt has set out quite a bit now in the second half, but he started the game very strong. Helped set the tone.
There's a knock out of bounds, but back to your point, you know, Byron Center lost to Granville a week ago, and that was without Bowman, and that was without Isaac Lee. And you can, having watched watch the video of that, it's pretty clear this is a different team. Those two guys bring a lot. Bowman on the inside, Lee on the outside. They bring a lot of athleticism. I think that's what I've noticed.
Athleticism and confidence. You know, they're both confident players, not afraid to make a play.
Bloom finds Kemper for a left wing bomb again, and it's back to a 7-point game with 69 seconds to go. Quick timeout by Taylor Johnson. Keep it right here and tell you Burgess Concrete Construction has been excelling at commercial and industrial concrete projects. They offer services in concrete construction, polished concrete, concrete pumping, helical piers, and much more. Burgess Construction is West Michigan's leader in concrete construction, constructing careers and developing a future for the next generation. Choice One Bank is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Choice One sees opportunity for you and your family. It's Choice One Bank, member FDIC. River Ridge Dentistry, Dr. Jeff Helmus and Dr. Marin take the time to build relationships with patients and their families, from teeth whitening to dental implants. River Ridge works tirelessly every day to earn your trust. That's River Ridge Dentistry. Reset, 69 seconds to go. Byron Center up by 7. Sailors will go with a full court press here. South Christian with Charlie DeHaan, Austin Burgess, Caleb Ploon, Davis Kemper, and Nolan Fackler. Viss out of the game as the Sailors likely try to expend some fouls here.
Big possession here. They really need a steal here, South Christian. Can't afford to let the clock run much.
Ball inbounded to Hinkle. And he was blocked as he tried to knife his way along the sideline. The foul will go on Plume.
South Christian's only got 2 team fouls now. Is that their
first?
Did they call a foul? That was their first?
They did. Yeah, okay. They did call a foul on.
So, I mean, you can hack and smack and, really be aggressive here, trying to get some steals.
Lee guns it into Weichers into the front court, has it poked away, and the Sailors will get that turnover as it went out of bounds off Weichers' hand with 61 seconds to play.
It's tough when teams get aggressive.
Offensive defensive substitution. Fackler comes out. So does DeHaan.
Big possession. Just no margin for error now for South Christian.
Byron center with Bont, Carroll, Bowman.
Probably would
Lee.
switch the ball screen now. You don't want to let Davis Kemper pop out.
Burgess into the front court, right-handed dribble.
Here it comes.
Hassled by Lee. Kemper between the circles will hand off to Viss on the curl. Drives down the lane with the right hand. Carroll with a good defensive block. Swatted him away, and as Bont comes away with it, Davis Kemper commits the foul.
Tough one there. Carson going to his right hand, just couldn't get a good angle to get it up on the glass.
Well-designed action. Coming off that curl, had a crease to the bucket.
55 run, Tiger 2.
It's only the second foul, so with 44 seconds to go, South Christian can hack immediately here. Bulldogs get it in bounds. Lee, left side, finds Hinkle. He'll take the three from the left corner. Couldn't get it to go, but Carroll controls the rebound with 30 seconds to go.
The way Hinkle shot that ball, I suppose he was going for the dagger there. He is a really good little scorer.
Byron Center returns to action Tuesday when they host Forest Hills Central after tonight. South Christian has the week off, but they'll be in Frankfurt next Saturday as Taylor Johnson's interesting scheduling continues. A tough
go to Zender's for some fried chicken.
Frankfurt.
Oh, Frankfurt.
No, Frankfurt, not Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth. Oh, I'm sorry.
Going to the beauty of
Frankfurt,
the coast of Lake Michigan up north.
My cousin Beth lives there. Beautiful little town on the beach.
On the inbounds pass, Sailors steal it again. And diving for the ball was Charlie DeHaan, and as he did, he was fouled by Cassius Bont. That should send DeHaan to the free throw line with 27 seconds to go. Or is that just the fourth? Yep, just the fourth team foul. Relatively foul-free fourth quarter. And they're stocking them up here in the final minute.
Now you just got to put your head down, get to the rim, or get
down by 7. Vissel hoist a long three from deep right point. Knocks it home. Carson Viss.
Still not bonus. Still got a foul to give here.
Timeout immediately by South Christian. It's a full.
To South Christian.
And we'll take a break. After this, South Christian down by 4.
Cello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone, from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50-plus TVs in each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to ucellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area.
Back at Calvin University, Bob Sack along with Rick Wesley. 19 seconds to go in this hard-fought battle between two South End neighbors, South Christian and Byron Center going at it. Sailors trail by 4. Byron Center has the basketball. Rick, what do you tell the Byron Center Bulldogs if you're Jared Rodriguez?
Don't be soft with that ball. Get it in. Force it in. Post. Even wherever you're at on the floor, sometimes you almost have to post up on the floor to create some space to get the ball in. But you got to get in. You got to secure the ball. Getting it in bounds. so often is how you have to win the game at the end. And that guy who triggers it in is a key guy. Some guys get uptight and won't throw it. And here they're bringing everybody up, so the threat of somebody breaking long is here now.
South Christian with Viss, Austin Burgess.
Kind of a four cross press offense. Everybody's up for Byron Center. They broke long.
Isaac Lee trying to get it in. Can't do it. Good defense by the Sailors. And
the inbounder gets a little uptight, and Byron Center didn't really do a good job. I mean, you guys got to muscle it in sometimes here. Post your guy up, show a hand, toss it to the hand. You can't get tentative here.
Stay with us after the game for the Burgess Surveying post-game show, as we wrap this one up with the final stats and give you Rick Wesley's choice for the player of the game, presented by Choice One Bank. The award-winning Sobey Company specializes in metal stud framing and drywall, acoustical wall and ceiling assemblies, and flooring. In their 50 years of continuous service, Sobey has always stressed quality and customer satisfaction as the two premier building blocks, which has held the key to Sobey's long-standing foundation and success. Let Kent Butcher's Supply help you with all of the food handling needs that you may have. Kent Butcher's Supply has been serving the meat industry for over 60 years. From spices to knives to large equipment, they've got what you need. Shop Kent Butcher's today. They're your local resource for all of your butcher supplies. Holst Heating and Cooling specializes in commercial and residential home heating and cooling, family-owned and conducting themselves with the highest integrity. That's Holst Heating and Cooling. 19 seconds to go. Byron Center will try to get it inbounds again. They still have 2 timeouts left. Sailors with 3. Lee bounces it into Carroll. He's trapped on the sideline by DeHaan and Kemper, and the foul immediately on Charlie DeHaan, and that will send Cam Carroll to the free throw stripe. No, that's only their fourth. 1 more to go.
That's kind of the play you want. Make the big guy run back hard to get it. Sometimes they catch it and travel.
Lee inbounds from the sidelines this time. Gives it for Hinkle, and Sailors thought they had the steal, but they'll whistle a foul on Austin Burgess, and that'll send probably the best free throw shooter for Byron Center to the stripe with 8.8 seconds to go.
Don't have a choice this time of the game. You got to go for the ball. Great job by South Christian just hanging in this game to make it even interesting here at a night where they really have struggled. Just amazing they even have a chance.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a battle all night long for South.
Coming off an overtime loss last night, and to come back and play a quality opponent in Byron Center and to take it right down to the wire speaks well. They've got good things ahead, I'm sure.
Sailors will go to Frankfurt next Saturday, and then the following Friday they go to Cornerstone University for that tournament where Pewamo Westphalia comes to town. That's
B-dub.
a D3 or Division III power.
Great program.
Got them both. 6-point game, 8 seconds to go. Kemper will hoist from topside 3. No, battle for the rebound controlled by Hinkle. Ahead to Bowman, and that's going to do it. Byron Center wins at 63-57 in a hard-fought game here today. Step aside, take a quick break, come back with these statistics, and hopefully get a quick word with Taylor Johnson on Michigan Sports Radio. Byron Center, 63.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Back at Calvin University, where Byron Center has just outlasted South Christian 63-57 in a tough one. Welcome inside the post-game show presented by Burgess Surveying, joined by Taylor Johnson, the head coach at South Christian, in a hard-fought game. Offense struggled in the first half, only 19 points. What was your assessment of the first half and the difficulties in getting the offense going in that first 16 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, we were just no good. I mean, we couldn't do what we practice. You know, we couldn't do the little things, and we made stupid mistakes, and we just played out of character. You know, it's tough coming from a back-to-back, and I felt like this game is a lot the Jimmies and the Joes, and it's the players, and you gotta go to your fundamentals and what we practice, and we just got away from that, and you know, we couldn't find the bucket.
Taylor, talking about today's leading scorers, Viss, Kemper, each with 20. Still looking for that third guy to come through. I know it's early. We're only 4 games in. Where do you draw that third scorer from?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought it was going to be Scoten Boy Plume. I thought they were going to have great years, and I still think they're capable of it. But right now, they got to find their confidence and find their swagger and believe in each other. They're playing tight. They're playing tense, and that's my fault. I got to do a better job at getting those guys relaxed. You know, Davis and Carson, I mean, everyone's going to just keen on them because they're such great players, and they're still making plays. It was nice that Owen Burgess came in and gave us a couple of minutes, but, you know, that's on me. I got to do a better job and get these guys more confident, ready to go, because they're good players and they can do it, but we got to play better than we did today.
Byron Center, an awfully good team, a lot of athleticism, a talented team that South lost to tonight. Who are the guys that really struggled we struggled to check tonight?
I mean, Hinkle just hit timely shots. You know, the scouting report's so clear on him. Take away the 3 shot fakes, floaters every single time. I mean, he only got 2 moves, but they're really good moves. You know, Carroll, you know, hit a couple shots. I thought 23, that new kid they got from, I don't know, I've never seen him before, but, you know, he's obviously a good player. Hasn't been on film. I mean, he made a difference. He really checked Carson and got on him and stuff like that. So, you know, he was a difference maker for sure. But listen, we're going to be okay. Our team's going to be okay. We haven't found our rhythm and we haven't found our stride, and we're not quite believing in the system right now, and we'll get there. You know, people don't give up on us. Don't give up on this group. They're going to be all right when it matters.
All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Have a good week preparing for a trip to Frankfurt.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Good for the guys over that next week.
Fun. Thanks,
Taylor Johnson, thanks. That's head coach Taylor Johnson after Byron Center wins a hard-fought 63-57 game over South Christian. Take a quick break, and when we come back, continue on with the post-game show presented by Burgess Surveying. Get you caught up on the final scoring from tonight, and tell you what's next for South Christian and Byron.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Cello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone, from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50-plus TVs in each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to ucellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area. Having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Back at Calvin University, welcome inside the post-game show presented by Burgess Surveying after Byron Center outlasts the South Christian Sailors on a hard-fought 63-57 win here tonight in Game 3 of the 4-game set for the invite. Don't forget, coming up next, Brock Conkle will be along with the Rockford-Northview game. What a nightcap to this day here today. That's coming up here on Michigan Sports Radio. Final statistics from tonight's Byron Center South Christian game. Sailors led by Carson Viss and Davis Kemper with 20 apiece. 7 from Caleb Plune, 3 from Owen Burgess, or rather 6 from Owen Burgess. 1 from Mike Scrotenborg, just 5 guys in the scoring column, and only 4 with field goals for the Sailors. For Byron Center, great balance tonight. Keen Hinkle led the way with 21. Easton Weichers had 10. 8 for Isaac Lee, 8 for Jaden Bowman, 7 for Cam Carroll, 4 for Landon Conrad, and 2 for Cassius Bont. All totals up a 63-57 win. Wire to wire for Byron Centers. They led 11-8 after 1, 31-19 at the half, 44-36 after 3, and hung on for the 6-point win. Rick Wesley, the thing that jumps out at me tonight is look at the score sheet, and again, you see, and we talked. Taylor talked about this in the interview. South Christian is struggling to get anybody other than Davis Kemper and Carson Viss to score points.
Yeah, a little bit like the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You can't win with just 2 guys. And, they've got to find a way to get other guys to step up or create some better opportunities for some of their other players. I mean, you can see it. It's there. Some of those guys have been there before with Fackler and Caleb Plume and Ike Scrotenborough, but they're just, as Coach said, they're just not in rhythm. And a little bit like last year, too, monster of a schedule. It's hard to find a rhythm when you're playing these type of teams early in the season. So, maybe a little bit of a break here, a little bit more practice time will allow them to get going. Was encouraged by Austin Burgess, a little sophomore point guard, maybe another element, another ball handler, somebody who can create some opportunities. So, they're going to be fine. It's just going to take them a little time, I think.
How about this Byron Center team? I think we both were impressed with them. I think Taylor Johnson a little surprised at Jaden Bowman's appearance tonight. The transfer from East Kentwood was really good defensively. But I thought certainly they have a really good balance of players, but I thought defensively they made it difficult for the Sailors tonight.
No question. And first time I've seen them, you could say the same thing about them. They're going to get better. They've got those 2 transfers who have just now entered into the picture. They're pretty good, solid players as well. So they've got a good balance of size, athleticism, ball handling, shooting. So they're certainly going to be a team to be reckoned with all season long.
All right, so that'll do it today. 63-57 is our final. South Christian goes to Frankfort next Saturday. The good team getaway on Friday and Saturday, and the meeting with Frankfort on Saturday afternoon. Byron Center will host Forest Hill Central on Tuesday. Our next broadcast, Rick Wesley and I will be at Cornerstone on December 27th, 8:30 tip. Another challenging game for South Christian. They meet Pewamo Westphalia. Coming up next on Michigan Sports Radio, it's Brock Conkle with the Rockford matchup against Northview. Should be a great game between a couple of Division I powers. That's all ahead on Michigan Sports Radio. So for Rick Wesley, with a great job tonight in the color analysis. Thanks to Taylor Johnson, Athletic Director David Kuhl, and of course our executive producer, Brock Conkle. This is Bob Sack saying so long. Stay tuned. Rockford and Northview coming up next.